Okay, so today we've got the 25th of March, and we're in the 6th day of our shelter-in-place here in California, Barbara Bush, San Diego, California, and I have a few lessons for today. I'm realizing this kind of stuff makes me more compassionate. I am compassionate, but not when it comes to things like deadlines. I'm a little bit of a stickler. So I'm learning to be more generous with my students. When they say they can't make a deadline, I'm like, yeah, I get it. So, and I mean it. I'm not just doing that. So that's a good thing, I think. I'm still killing flies, though. I will confess. They seem to be in abundance at the moment, and they're grossing me out. So I don't know if they can transmit COVD, but I'm not taking any damn chances. So they're dead. Everybody has a limit to their compassion. I'm also realizing that dogs love us a lot. I've had cats. They love us too. But between dogs and cats, I would say that dogs probably, I'm going to get very, very upset here. I'm already feeling it. I won't say they love us more, but they're more attentive, typically. The dog that you hear, that you see him, there he is, chewing away on his bone, which is now what you're going to be listening to in the background. Thank you, Chucho. My dogs are sick of me. My other dog isn't even here. And that's hurtful because I'm home a lot. So there's that. I've learned that. And I've learned something else. I'm Gen X, not a boomer. That I belong to a generation, and I've only had to think about this because I've been using technology so much. I belong to a generation that grew up with no technology and moved into technology within the span of their childhood. I grew up with no cell phone. I grew up with no VHS. For you kids, that was like the early days of streaming, but you just needed a cassette that you put in there. It was manual streaming, so shall we say. I had none of that stuff. I wasn't allowed to even have a TV in my room. I am very self-entertaining. Boredom does not happen. So that's good. On the other hand, I also learned to use technology. I started taking computer lessons when I was in elementary school and had my first computer in 1996 and was on the web in 1997-ish, for real, at the University of Illinois, where it all happened. University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, go. So I feel like that's a really interesting generation to be a part of, that I know how to entertain myself without this stuff, but that I'm also pretty comfortable using it. I'm not saying I'm as comfortable as Gen Y and Gen Z, but I'm getting along fine. You know, I'm learning things all the time, but I feel like I can adapt and do what I got to do. So you can either find me grubbing around in the garden, reading a book for a couple hours, if I have time, running, or uploading videos, or creating lessons on Flipgrid. So good Gen X, go Gen X. And I don't have a lot of good things to say about Gen X, actually. Sorry, grunge music. Yeah. But that's a good thing. I think Gen X has that on a lot of generations, not trying to create generational warfare. But it's just an interesting thing I thought of. Those are my lessons for today. Feeling okay. Gonna have yoga tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. with a buddy who is putting it online, and she is incredibly generous and awesome because she leads a great yoga class. So be safe, be good.